Hi, I'm Dustin Mason from Performance Lexus in St. Catharines. And today I'm going to answer the question, what is the Lexus LBX and who is it for? But before I get into that, make sure you hit like and subscribe for more Lexus related content. Okay, jumping right into things here. So the Lexus LBX is said to be the first three-letter Lexus name after the very famous LFA. Now, I kind of disagree with this because we have things like the GSF, the RCF, and the ISF, but I was told that technically those are dash. So it goes actually IS dash or space F, RC dash or space F. So whatever, let me know in the comments below what you think. Is this truly the next three-letter Lexus after the LFA? So taking a look, this LBX is on a platform similar to the Yaris crossover or the Yaris SUV. And it does have a front-wheel drive platform with a hybrid option that also makes it all-wheel drive. Very similar to what we saw with the UX when it first launched. There was a gas front-wheel drive version and then a hybrid all-wheel drive version. And sort of that is what this LBX has. Now, to take a little virtual tour on the LBX and kind of go through it a little bit, you'll notice it doesn't have quite the same spindle grille as other Lexuses. We do seem to see sort of that little nose from the RX where it almost looks like the hood wraps around to the top of the bumper and then it fades into the frameless spindle grille style. That kind of looks more like a fence on this one. I don't know why, but it kind of reminds me of a fence. Also, we do have the regular daytime running lights above a single LED headlight setup. To be honest, the LBX kind of looks basic in the front end. I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks pretty basic. It's probably supposed to look basic, but I do want to point out that I think it looks basic. The hood looks pretty nice. It's got a really nice angle to it. There's a little bit of vision lines here that I can see. We have some fog lights and parking sensors, etc. As we go to the side profile, okay, there's some interesting things here. So I do see some body lines here, nothing too aggressive. There's a little one at the bottom and a little one at the top that sort of swoops down and back and then up again. In terms of size, you can tell that it's kind of a short vehicle. However, the back door does seem to be an okay size. It kind of reminds me of the CHR, and we'll get into that when I get inside of it, but it does remind me of a little bit of CHR. I haven't seen the Yaris hatchback or crossover, or whatever you want to call it before, so I can't really compare it to that. You can let me know what you think if you've seen one, but it does remind me of the CHR a little bit. Looking at the back, we have sort of a new taillight design. Wow, it actually is very different. So we have the little L on the sides, and then the center, it goes up above the Lexus, LEXUS, and then down again. It kind of reminds me of another manufacturer that has sort of, if this was topped off here, if this was reversed, it would look like another manufacturer. But since it's not, it does kind of look like a Lexus taillight, but it is different. It's definitely different than any other Lexus taillight we have. This one seems to be some sort of special edition. We have a hatchback that looks pretty small, but usable, parking sensors, and a hidden exhaust pipe. You can see it kind of right there at the bottom, and a little bit of decoration and a little diffuser at the bottom as well. The wiper is exposed and in the center middle, so it's not one of those ones that is like tucked up to the top or anything like that. But let's look at the inside, because I always like looking at the insides. Okay, so back seat does look kind of small. It kind of does look like the CHR. Definitely usable. Oh, it has the electronic door handles that I love. So if you haven't seen those before, instead of like pulling a door handle and having to like push out with your elbow and your arm, you sort of just squeeze it with your thumb and it's electronic and it just opens in one motion. Super easy to use. I really like it. It's one of the best innovations that have come as of recent. So pretty small back seat, but probably on purpose. I don't think this is made for like hauling big families around or anything like that. It's supposed to be economical, and that's what this is. Let's go to the front seat. Or the driver's seat, the driver's seat, I should say. Okay, so this cabin looks really nice, very spacious for being such a small car. A different style screen. Now, with Lexus lately, we've seen a lot more wider screens with like, you know, the 11.7 inch display. This one is a perfect square with a volume knob in the middle and climate controls integrated right underneath. It does have auto park, as well as bird's eye view or panoramic view monitor with a couple USB-Cs to the right of that, a cup holder right there in the center, and I'm sure another one probably in that armrest, and electronic parking brake with hold, the new style Lexus shifter that we've seen pretty much the whole lineup at this point. Ooh, also, I don't know if you noticed this, it has the heads-up display with this smart touch interface or the intelligent touch interface, whatever it is, the steering wheel controls that are smart. So what you do is you just put your thumbs on those controls, and in your heads-up display, it'll sort of pop up, and then you can sort of like customize and see different screens and stuff like that. It makes it so the buttons aren't fixed, and instead you could customize them a little bit. Where if there was, you know, a volume up or volume down button that says volume up and volume down, you're not really gonna customize those because it's a little different. So I do like that in the cabin here. So it has the heads-up display. Just a normal Lexus gauge cluster, but the new one that's a little bit sharper, a little bit more digital, a little bit more going on there. You can kind of see a little bit of the hybrid info there with the EV light in the corner. So I really do like that. Let's just go over to the passenger seat. Let's see what they see. Okay. So nothing too crazy. Definitely spacious. Ooh, look at this. So this is the same type of seat material or like design, stitching that the new TX has. So it's got like this little spine down the center. I don't know the point of it. Maybe structure, maybe comfort, maybe just style, I don't know. But I did see that in the new TX. So that's kind of cool. The seats look pretty comfortable. Yeah, I really like that stitching. Oh, and it's got ambient lighting. So that's how you turn that on and off. Let me just bounce to the exterior again. You can kind of just customize how we see this here. In fact, on the website, this is the European website, we can see it in different areas too. So you can sort of change where you see it. Oh, this has the, let's just look at the interior again. Ooh, here's like the birch or F-Sport white interior, which I really like. I think that does open it up a little bit. Let's get in the back seat again. Just to see, now we can see a little more. Yeah, it does seem to be a small back seat. I will say that. So this is in the ultrasonic blue color. Let's see what else there is. We got passionate yellow, which I've seen in like the RC and stuff like that. We got sonic copper, which is called something different in other markets. It's called Copper Crest in Canada. It's what we use all of our advertising for right now, is that color. Ruby metallic, we call that ruby red metallic. Black, I can't tell if it's caviar, like metallic black or just regular black. It kind of looks just gloss black actually. There we go, sonic gray metallic. Cement gray. Interesting, that's new. I think that's gonna be kind of like our incognito color that we have. We got silver. It looks to be like the iridium silver, which is the bright silver. And then sonic quartz metallic. That's a new one. I don't really know that color. And I think if we change the atmosphere again, we'll be able to see perhaps different colors. Because there really wasn't, oh, maybe that's the white. Because there wasn't really a white. Anyway. This tool is pretty cool, so you can sort of customize the LBX. Also on the website, I found out that you can use AI to create sort of like this little artwork with the LBX, which is kind of cool. So I don't know, it's a cool marketing thing. There's a lot of website type AI-based stuff on the LBX, which is interesting to see. But who's it for? And I do have a theory. So the LBX right now is just being offered in Europe, maybe Asia, I don't really know. But I wonder if this is the replacement to the UX. I might have even said UX accidentally in this video because it reminds me so much of the UX. And I don't know, like the UX has been around since like 2019. And I have been wondering if they're gonna do a full, model change, refresh type thing. We've already seen some updates to the electronics, but nothing really major yet. And I was wondering if they're gonna change it. The UX did sell well for a couple years, but does have a small back seat. So I wonder if this is just gonna be a little bit bigger version of that, or maybe this is exactly what the UX is gonna look like in North America. I don't know. But I do think it's cool. It's a cool design. I think it's gonna sell well in the markets that it's in, and it definitely is good for like a city life or someone that just wants to commute and not have like a big SUV. So anyway, that's the Lexus LBX. I'm Dustin Mason. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.